quick tangent, and you can cut this out if you want.
For sure.
Light science specifically freaks me out because I watched the Magic School Bus episode on light when I was little, and basically they're saying like you don't see things, you see the light bouncing off of things, and my little brain interpreted that as nothing is real, it's all just light, we're living in an illusion, and it broke me. So no, I don't understand light science, I don't understand color science, I don't get it.
I mean, it's true. Nothing is real. We are living in an illusion. And personally, I take comfort in that.
Why can I touch it?
Well, no, you can't, Danie, because that's also how it works. You're just like being stopped from touching, and that's how you feel things.
No, the electrons are resisting.
Yes.
Nothing is real.
Nothing is real. I hate to break it to you. If you didn't want an existential crisis, you shouldn't have come to a casual nail polish podcast. Hi, welcome to Two Lacquered Ladies, the podcast about nail polish and nail art by the ladies who stream it. I'm Stephanie, aka Fanatic, here on every social media platform that matters. I'm an unprofessional nail artist, and I like to make fan art on my nails.
Howdy, my name is Danie, and you can find me as Danie Shout online. I'm a science educator by day and a nail art hobbyist by night. On stream, I create scenes with themes on my nails.
All right, well, welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited we get to say those words. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. And I have to say, so I threw this up on my Instagram the day that I posted it, and I've been neglecting my Instagram because it has been really an uphill battle getting this podcast out. We have been so busy. I'm fine, but I was in the hospital a lot during the editing and recording process of this. Danie has been doing papers and also teaching.
I'm now the teacher and a student, and it's 2 full-time jobs, basically.
Yeah, so we have just been working so hard to crank this out. Like I said, I've been neglecting my Instagram because I just thought, get this podcast done because this podcast is really what you want to be doing. And I just got to say that the love we have received for this podcast from just the get-go, just me posting it on my Instagram. It's one of my most popular posts I've ever posted on Instagram. Everybody has been so supportive. New people have been following us, coming out of the woodwork to say how excited they are about the podcast.
It has been amazing.
It has been amazing. We got the attention of our senpai, Hillary from Mediocre Manny's. She noticed us. Thank you for noticing us, senpai. She hyped up our podcast on her Instagram, and I gotta say, I might be up in those DMs. You got me on your Instagram. Good luck getting rid of me. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everybody who's reached out to say that they love the podcast, that they're looking forward to more. We are looking forward to giving you more. There's a lot of people in the hashtag poop green nail polish gang. We have found our people, and oh my God, it's just mind blowing. I thank you. I can't say anything else.
I did get some love from MJ Lacquers after posting the barbecue Manny with the potato salad polish. So thank you again, MJ Lacquers, for putting out such an amazing, unique polish. I absolutely loved it, and so did everyone else who enjoyed that Manny. So that is awesome.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was just like, oh my god, they love it. They're not mad that we think it's potato salad.
I know. I was a little nervous. And it turns out I didn't even know this. The MJ Lacquer is a Texan, because they commented, oh yeah, we do barbecue all year round here in Texas. And I was like, I know, I'm here too.
Oh my goodness. It's a match made in heaven.
It really is.
And I do got to say, not only did you get some love from MJ Lacquer, but you had a little lurker in the stream where you did that turned into a little chatter, and that was Colette MSLP from My Simple Little Pleasures showed up.
Yes.
She has been on both of our streams now, and apparently loves the food Manny's, because I was doing shrimp when she showed up in mine, my shrimp Manny, and then yours was barbecue, but awesome job, Danie.
Now we know how to summon Colette. And if you don't know Colette MSLP, she's been on YouTube for a long time doing amazing water marble tutorials. She makes it look easy. Don't be deceived. It's not that easy, but she makes it look so easy and walks you through every step. But she's also one of the biggest nail art streamers. She does other things too. She plays a lot of games, which is fun to watch, but she's such a chill, fun time. I love her community. So please, if you are at all interested in nail art streams, add Colette MSLP to your followed list.
She's the biggest nail art streamer on Twitch. I think she's the only one who has become partner. So Colette's really gone all in on the streaming, and her streams are so funny. And like Danie was saying, her community is super fun, super cool. It's always fun to raid her at the end of the night. She's usually playing a video game and usually having a very stressed out time.
But doesn't want help because that makes more content. That's something I'm going to gush about Colette for a minute here, because that's something I really love about her, is that normally, and I kind of learned this from watching some YouTube tutorials about streaming and like the etiquette of Twitch, is that you usually want to raid out to a streamer that's about your same size. Colette is not my size. She is ginormous on Twitch, but I still feel perfectly comfortable raiding into her because she's got such a welcoming, nice community, and it's not a big deal to her. She will never look down on you, or at least never make you feel like a small streamer. You know what I mean? It all feels like one community, and thank you. I love you, Colette.
And obviously, she's obviously very interested in the nail community on Twitch, because she does show up and just really, makes us feel loved. It's always a special day when the queen drops by.
Of course.
Danie was so much more chill than I was the first time Colette commented into my stream. No one can match the level of not chill I was when Kelly showed up, even though I kind of knew she was coming. I maxed out my microphone.
Oh, your giggles. They were delightful. All the giggles. You were so nervous and happy.
I was so nervous and happy because Kelly is, there are a few people in the nail community who I just consider queens. I think my 3 queens, of course, Christine.
Yes, the science queen.
Yes, the science queen. Then Colette, but my personal queen is Kelly Marissa. That is the ruler of my fiefdom, is Kelly Marissa. So when she showed up to my stream, I just nearly died. And that's so yeah, but I also nearly died when Colette showed up, because I was not expecting Colette, and I was just so excited. And she is just so kind and so gracious. And always thanks us for the stream.
She knows Twitch etiquette and like makes everyone feel loved and welcome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really
class
awesome.
Class act. So yeah, thank you, Colette. Every time I think of Colette, I think of the Tiki Room where I worked when I was at Disneyland, in addition to the Jungle Cruise, because there's just a line where they're talking about all the different cockatoos. And then when it stops at Colette, Jose goes, "Hello, Colette." And every time I think of her, I just think that she's special to Jose. So, of course, she's special to all of us. If you don't know who Jose is, look it up, sweaty. Anyway, so yeah, we've had a really packed week. We did polish pickup for the scary vibes polish pickup.
Scary vibes. No shade to polish pickup, but like after Marine Mania, it's kind of hard to follow that up. That was a really good polish pickup. So I didn't find as many polishes this time around, but I'm still excited about I think I ended up getting 4. I narrowed it down, so still excited about them.
Yeah, what I found from this polish pickup was that even though like I am a horror person, I'm wearing 2 horror movie shirts layered as we speak. I love horror. I'm so excited about the Halloween season. But for me, although I felt like the quality was there for the ones that I wanted, the quantity of the ones that I wanted was not there. So I did order more than is usual for me. I ordered 6. One of them is going to be a gift, but I ordered 6 polishes. I ordered no stamping plates because I ordered the Hit the Bottle stamping plate last time, and they actually sent me the Hit the Bottle plate that was coming out in the next polish pickup. So now I have both, so thank you. But yeah, like my wish list was not as big, and one of the things that we had written on our bingo, because the bingo card, it has, stuff about polishes, if it's, different kind of polishes that we describe, like a kitchen sink polish or reflective glitters, things like that. The reflective glitter is the free space, of course, because you cannot swing a cat without hitting a reflective glitter on polish pickup, but don't swing cats. That's a pro tip from me.
Please don't do that.
Don't swing a cat. Not even if you're trying to find a reflective glitter. I know it's tempting.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. Yeah.
They're right there.
It's right there.
Just turn on your phone flash.
Exactly. Are you wearing a reflective glitter? It's more likely than you think.
Have you talked to your children about reflective glitters?
Have you seen your children looking through their phone at their nails? Talk to your children today. So the point is that we have different categories that people can get bingo from. And this time, one of them was based on one of Stephanie's favorite horror movies. And there wasn't one. There was
such a shame.
It was such a shame. I was so sad. Like, the closest that it came to, there were two that came close. We actually ended up barking off that box because one of Danny's favorite movies was up there. Danny doesn't even like horror. It was a Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I got it, but yeah. Freaking love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so we actually marked it for Danny, but the two things that were up there that like came close, Hocus Pocus, but I was like, Hocus Pocus is like the season's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really personal to me. I'm not like, oh yeah, this is my movie. This is kind of just like, well, it's Halloween. You gotta watch Hocus Pocus. It's the best.
Yeah.
And then the other one is not a movie, but like one of my favorite things in the entire world, which was an orange polish with black flecks in it, which I've been looking for anyway. And it was called...
I got that one.
Yep, me too. Any questions? And it was based, of course, if you're familiar with that question in that tone of voice, it is based off of the Saturday Night Live David Pumpkins or David S. Pumpkins sketch. And I am such a fan of that sketch. I usually have like a day or a week where I just watch that on repeat around Halloween. I just cannot get enough of David S. Pumpkins. I went all in on David S. Pumpkins, as you will. I was so excited about that. And I felt like maybe I should have marked that, but no, there wasn't. I wasn't expecting them to make miracles. I wasn't really expecting a Suspiria polish. I wasn't really expecting a Murder Party polish, but I thought maybe a The Thing polish.
Yeah.
I thought maybe a Trick or Treat polish, but no, it was mostly like slasher movies were kind of the thing. There was like Freddy versus Jason, which was a cool polish, but like I didn't see that movie. There was a lot of Friday the 13th. One thing that was really fun is that I did add an element because I wanted to of I guessed what the polish was going to be inspired by the name and the looks alone. I did do a pretty good job.
You did really well. Yeah, you got, I want to say like 90% of them you got. The only ones you missed were the ones that were just off the wall, like inspired by decorations or something like that, which when they actually, I think someone showed us the Facebook post and they had a picture of the decorations and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see where they got the polish from, but they didn't include that picture on the polish. So we were like, what decorations? Like, what are you talking about? It was pretty fun trying to guess those.
Yeah. The ones that were just kind of like, the one that I didn't guess that I didn't end up getting because I just couldn't justify it, but I laughed about and have been laughing about and will probably be laughing about forever was Bee's Knees Lacquer, Ghost or Grandma, which is based off, I know, it's based off the concept first. If anybody else has heard of this, it's based on the concept of Korean fan death, which is an old wives' tale in Korea. Obviously not that old since it doesn't
fans
predate electrical fans. That if you keep a fan going in your room at night, that you will get killed somehow by the fan being on in your room.
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but yeah, the fan is dangerous.
The fan is dangerous. You will die if you sleep with a fan on. And this person's grandmother passed away and the fan in their room kept turning off. And their theory is that maybe grandma was coming and saving them from the fan death. So that whole concept, I've known about it for a long time and it always is kind of like cracked me up a bit.
Yeah.
So the title and then once I realized what it was about, I think like you can watch in our VOD. It's available on my YouTube channel, Fanatic Your Archives. I'm just like, oh my God, it's a fan death polish.
And that's what I love most about Polish Pickup is the little, like, you get to know the personality of these polishes.
Yes.
It's so funny. These indie creators are so willing to share those personal stories, and I love that. Yeah. Fan or, what was it? It was Ghost or Grandma.
Ghost
That's what
or
it was.
Grandma. Yeah, there are some polish makers that I feel like if I meet them at, say, like PBE, which we are planning on attending next year, that I'm going to be so excited. I think number one...
That's Polish and Beauty Expo.
Thank you, Danny. Yeah, Polish and Beauty Expo. That I would love to meet if they're there next year is Red Panda Lacquer. Because I find that Red Panda Lacquer, I always love their titles, and often I absolutely love their themes. So, like, the first polish I got from them was, I think, Turn Left at the Big Chicken.
Yes.
And I just cracked up about that name. It's a beautiful polish. It looks like hot sauce to me, which I think like hot chicken's kind of a thing. So that like all meshes. I love it when there's a whole story about it. So I got that. And then the next polish pickup, they came out with this gorgeous blackened blue purple shift with gold reflective glitters. Don't come at me with silver reflectives. Don't even look at me with a silver reflective. I will look away. Come at me though with a gold reflective, a green reflective, a red reflective. The colored reflectives are where it's at for me. And it was called Mr. Dark. And I'm sure you just picked up my clapping. It was called Mr. Dark, and it was based off of Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury, which I have read and I have watched the movie and I have loved. And so I ordered it. My mom also loves that movie. I ordered it. I rewatched the movie and the movie held up.
Yeah?
I was enthralled. It's been years and I was just so grateful to have the chance to watch it again. It's one of my mom's favorite books and favorite movies, and I got the polish right before her birthday, so I slapped it on and I did a Something Wicked This Way Comes Manny for her birthday. What a joy. And then they had an anime themed polish. I didn't know the anime, but I was like, I see you there.
I see you.
I see you. You and me.
Me and Red Panda, we gonna hang out.
Me and Red Panda, please go Red Panda to Polish and Beauty Expo so that we can just be absolute nerds together.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, bye. Anyway, what are you most excited about that you got from this polish pickup, Danie?
Oh, from this month?
Or from last month. We just got our polishes from last month.
That's true. So from last month, I have obviously the potato salad polish.
Obviously.
Way high up there. But no, I absolutely adore every polish I got. Angry Urchin, I think I'm going to be using a lot this Halloween season. It is a cool gray base with red flakies and a red shimmer. So I just think that's very Halloween-y. I like it a lot. And I have been rocking Cadillacquer's Lion's Mane, which is an orange polish with blue flecks. Again, still useful for Halloween, I think. But honestly, the kind of sneaky favorite that I've been wearing the most is Emily DeMolly's Dragonette. It's packed with iridescent flakies and those little black flakies that I am currently obsessed with and seems to be actually pretty popular right now. I saw a lot of those black flakies in this last round. So I did get the Any Questions with Leisha's Lacquer, which has those black flakies. It's the perfect pumpkin shade. I'm so excited. The one I'm probably the most excited about just for pure Halloween aesthetic is Noodles nail polish. It's freaking bats. First of all, that name, I love Halloween.
Yes.
It's freaking bats. And it's this like dark purple jelly base with orange and black glitters of different sizes. It's just the perfect Halloween polish because it's all the colors. It's orange, black, and purple, and it's just perfect. I can't wait. It's freaking bats.
I sadly removed that from my list. I did not go with that one, but I went with actually one that I really feel like was in this polish pickup, almost the sister polish of that.
Yeah, the orange version, right?
Yeah, I'm going to look up what it's called right now.
Yeah, so it's funny. We went with different versions of essentially the same polish, but the same vibe for sure. I also ended up going with one we did not feature on Bingo called Hellfire Club Forever, based on the Stranger Things latest season. It's this really cool Crelly base with a bunch of different colored flakes in it, and it's not necessarily Halloween-y, but I really like the colors.
Yeah, that was a cute one. I didn't go for that one, but I definitely checked it out because I believe that was posted while we were still doing polish pickup, but we were so out of it during polish pickup.
We really were.
People in our chat were saying stuff. We were just like, okay. Moved on. We try to keep up with chat during polish pickup, but because it's such a long stream, usually 4 hours, and because there's so much to do and so much to see and so much to say, and we're talking to each other, sometimes things do fall through the cracks on polish pickup night. So polish pickup is more of a party night.
It is a party night, yes.
Yeah. I went with Poetry Cowgirl Haunted Pumpkin Party. So that's what I got instead of It's Frickin' Bats. I just think, just the shade of orange. It makes me think kind of like a hard candy almost.
Yeah.
And I'm just super down. But yeah, it was a close call with It's Frickin' Bats, especially with that name.
Oh, man.
So it was a great month. Anyway, before we move on and talk about our favorite, least favorite, notable summer picks, let's oil our cutes.
Time to hydrate.
Hi everyone, it's Fanatic here. You may know me from the podcast you're already listening to. In the future, this is the spot we're hoping to fill with sponsorships, but today's episode is sponsored by me and my new favorite nail art technique called Chroma Depth. Chroma Depth is a way to use neon nail polishes to create awesome 3D effects, and I have a new video on my YouTube channel that shows you in depth how to do it. But wait, there's more. This Sunday, September 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I will be hosting a Subarama on my Twitch channel, and anyone who is subscribed on that date will be eligible for a free pair of Chroma Depth glasses sent directly to their address of choice. So click the link in the description and come on down to my stream on Sunday for a wild time in 3D. And one more shameless plug before I go. The next polish pickup bingo will be held Monday the 3rd of October, also at 5 p.m. Pacific, also on the Fanatic Your Twitch channel. Participation is free, so don't miss Danie and me slow roasting nail polishes while you play to win tiny prizes. Okay, now let's get back to the show. Our cutes have been oiled. We are back. And let me tell you, our cutes are so oiled because we've been gone for like a whole day. So we have just been soaking
in the finest oils and creams.
Yes, soaking in the finest oils and creams because this section can't be done with dry cuticles. I have to tell you. No, I couldn't stream last night. My internet went out and I was just stuck. So I took a day off. It was lovely. Spent a lot of good time with my husbando. But now let's start up talking about these collections. So Danie, I think you are the master of shopping here. Where do you think that we should start with these summer collections?
Don't tell my husband that that's my new title.
A master of shopping.
I think we should start with the king of all summer collections, which is the Cirque Colors Vice collection, a beautiful neon collection based on all of our favorite indulgences that comes out every year. And they re-release a couple shades every year, which is really nice if you ever miss any. Like, I missed the collection last year, but I was able to get a few of those shades since I bought the whole collection this year. These are the best neons, hands down, I think.
Yeah.
Cirque Color neons are just the best. I think the colors that people were probably most excited about were Electric Daisy, this amazing like greenish yellow highlighter neon, just crazy neon. And I think the sleeper hit was Pyro. I don't think anyone expected a red neon to shine the way it did under black light. Oh my goodness, it looked like my fingertips were on fire in a good way.
Yeah, Cirque Pyro is amazing. It is so vibrant. It's like Danie said, it's eye-searing. You can't believe that color is on your nails. Last year, I did pick up a couple of colors because I was a fool last year. That's what happened. I was a fool. I hadn't tried the Vice collection yet. And there was one color I wanted more than any of the other ones. And I am so glad that I picked it up because under blacklight, it is just insane. I picked up Munchies last year, which was their cheddar yellow. For some reason, I just heard neon cheddar yellow. And I said, must buy. Yes, and I did. And when you shine a blacklight onto Cirque Munchies, it's like no other blacklight neon I've ever seen because it completely retains that rich, kind of warm cheddar yellow, but just reflects it back at you at just like a flashlight. So it just looked like I was shining this huge flashlight onto the polish. Just incredible. And then I did later on that year pick up Gossip because I love me a pink. Pink's my favorite nail color, which is incredibly convenient. So I did pick up that, but I didn't like it as much as Munchies. So this year I said, as soon as that Vice collection drops, I am just going to buy the whole thing. And I was so happy to see Electric Daisy back, and Cushy's also a super cult favorite. But I think that they were really good colors this year. When I first saw them, I wasn't too excited because I didn't really love the tone of Socialite. And then I saw Sky High in Color Expressions video, and he used them all under blacklight, and it didn't shine like the other ones.
I was a little disappointed in Sky High. I think it's a gorgeous blue. It is a neon blue. Like, it still fits in with the rest of the collection, but, I guess it's hard to get blues to shine under blacklight as well as the warmer colors. So, it's trying, but Pyro just blew everybody else out of the water. I unfortunately missed the collection last year, so I don't have Munchies either, and I hope to see it back as a re-release for next year's collection. Fingers crossed.
I really, really hope they bring back Munchies because I can't get over Munchies. Munchies is amazing. I will say, in defense of Sky High, when I saw it on Color Expression's video, and Color Expression is a nail polish YouTuber, I like to consider him the Bob Ross of nail art. Whenever I'm stamping, which I literally just did a video about stamping, I did my Chroma Depth video while we were out, and I put something off center. And one time I was watching Color Expression do stamping, and he put his stamp off center, and he said, well, that just gives it a little character. And I think that every time, so thank you, Color Expression, if you're listening. I really appreciate that every time I stamp, that if I'm a little off center, I have that in mind. But I don't even remember what I was saying. I did see Sky High on his channel. I thought, oh, no. And then I brought it home, and to the naked eye, under a black light, it does shine very well.
Okay.
It's not pyro.
It's not pyro.
Pyro slaps you in the face. Pyro attacked my eyeballs in a great way, in a wonderful way. Sky High is definitely a little more subdued. It still does shine. Don't take it for granted. It does look good. And now that I've used all of these in different manis, like Socialite, I wasn't that excited about. I love Socialite now. Such a gorgeous orchid, cool toned pink.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so happy with all of these in my collection.
They build on each other. They go so well together. I did a tree frog mani with these, where I made all the frogs, different shades of the neons. So they all shone under the black light. It was amazing. I loved how they went together, even though they're very different colors.
I loved seeing that. I loved seeing that tree frog mani. It made me so jealous I didn't have that plate. I did neon pride nails, water marbled on my little nubs, because I had just broken all of my nails. It was a tragedy. But I did that on my nubs, and oh my gosh, it was unreal. Absolutely unreal. Pictures of both of those are on our Instagrams, by the way. So if you just kind of scroll back to around the time these were released,
you will see a lot of neon. If you scroll back, you'll know you'll hit summer on Danie Shout's Instagram when you start hitting neons.
Yeah, you'll know that you hit Fanaticur's Instagram when you start seeing neons, because I will never stop. I am a neon menace. And they had the new brushes this year, too.
Oh, yeah.
They were nice. I wasn't too desperate for those. I started to realize, as I have gotten used to nail polish and brushes, I do like a wide paddle brush, but I just don't care as much as I would expect to.
I definitely prefer the wide, flat brushes to the little skinny brushes that they had before, just because I have a lot of nail real estate to cover.
You sure do.
But I don't think it makes that big a difference on some of these colors. Now, later in the summer, they came out with another one of their Do Good polishes, which if you don't know about Cirque Colors, they do a charity polish once in a while to benefit different charity groups. This one was to benefit the Drag Queen Story Hour. Drag queens read to little kids, which is just delightful. It is such a cool polish. It is a glitter topper, but the glitters are things I've never seen before. They have little lightning bolts, little stars, just a whole smattering of regular circle and bar glitters, but then there's the lip glitters. Fanaticure, have you seen these? Have you seen the lip glitters?
Oh, yes. I own this one. I bought this one. So, funny little story about me. Around the age of 18 and 19, I was in deep with the drag queen crowd in Long Beach. So, in Long Beach, we have Hamburger Mary's, and I used to go there with my friends, and I became friends with a lot of the drag queens there, specifically Jules, who still performs there. I haven't seen them in years, but I saw this polish, and at first I was like, oh, I don't know. Of course I love the theme. Of course it's very special, but I didn't exactly know how I was going to use it. And the way I'd seen people using it, I wasn't too excited. But then I don't know what I saw. I'm looking at the website right now, and the first swatch really does do this justice. But I saw it just flat painted, not in a gradient or anything, on some nails. And to me, it just looked like the floor after a drag show.
Yes.
or at a ballroom dance competition, which I also have a background in. I've lived a lot of lives, apparently. But just it really looks like somebody had a glitter bomb go off, and especially with those little lipsticks. I love those little lightning bolts.
The lightning bolts are pretty great.
They are. I wish there were more in there, but you know what? There is so much glitter in this. Beggars can't be choosers. We're sweeping them off the floor.
I did manage to get at least one lightning bolt or lip on every nail that that I painted just one coat of this on. And of course, you can always fish it out with a toothpick or something. But yeah, what a fun glitter polish. It's just a good time.
Absolutely. And I actually did get to go to Hamburger Mary's right after I got this. A friend invited me.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't planning on going, and I ended up going to Hamburger Mary's. And it was so serendipitous because in my Discord, me and a few of my friends were talking about makeup, and two of them, Doomed Red Shirt and Fath, were posting their pictures of makeup they had done. And I was just kind of blown away by their talent. And I was saying, I'm humbled. I'm but a humble makeup novice, and you two are pros. And Faith said something that I'm not going to quote verbatim here, but she said something so incredibly wise, which is, "We are all queens, you expletive." And I laughed so hard. Me, her, and Doomed Red Shirt. By the way, Doomed Red Shirt, another nail streamer, so incredibly talented.
Yes.
Also does miniatures, so please go check her out. She does press-on nails, which Danie and I do not sell press-on nails.
No, but we have friends who do. So
and they can do pretty much anything we can do. So if you need a hookup, shout us out. We'll tell you. So anyway, me and Doomed Red Shirt, we were just dying. It was so funny. And I had just happened to get this polish, and I just happened to be invited to the drag show. So I was able to make a manicure with this polish and with those timeless words written on them. So that also is on my Instagram. So this one, yeah, just straight to the heart. So amazing. Mm-hmm. Loved it so much. Love the cause. Love the colors. Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Because it's nice when you can buy a charity polish. It's even nicer when that charity polish is freaking amazing.
Yes.
Let's see. So far as individual polishes released from Cirque, they also released their 10-year anniversary. Happy birthday, Cirque Colors. So glad you've been around for 10 years.
Happy birthday.
Party popper. And it's, honestly, compared to Once Upon a Time, it's a little bit more boring, but I think it's more versatile in its use because it is just a bunch of flakies of all different colors, a multi-chrome flaky polish. And so you can use it in a lot of different ways. And they show that on their swatches as a full coverage, as like a funky French. Like, it's a really cute polish. I did get it mostly to celebrate the occasion. Haven't actually used it yet, but it might come up in my Halloween manis.
This one I haven't bought, and the reason I didn't buy it is because we do our polish pickup bingos, and we see a lot of multi-chrome flakies, and they are gorgeous, and I love them, but I kind of feel like maybe sometime I'll see something very comparable to this in polish pickup, and I'll want to pick it up. It'll have a name that I like. I wasn't desperate for this one, but it is a great polish, and especially in my opinion, if you want a nice topper for light colors, this is an excellent choice because when you're dealing with iridescent flakies, those can be a little underwhelming when you put them over a light colored polish. Not always. Sometimes they're fabulous, but sometimes like, oh, this is such a nice blue flaky, and you put it over white and it's just like some weird gross yellow.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with multi-chrome flakies, those look the same no matter what you put them over. They are not transparent. They are not iridescent. They are multi-chrome. So if you do like lighter polishes, but want a bit of pizzazz, that's not just a straight up glitter or hollow.
Little zhuzh.
I think that's a great one to pick up. So great polish. Did not make it onto my list this year, but happy birthday, Cirque.
Happy birthday.
You're my favorite. I love you.
We love you. So Cirque actually came out with 2 more collections this summer. They were busy bees over there.
Yeah.
I did not buy a single polish from either of them, not because they weren't absolutely gorgeous. It's because they were formulas I don't need more of. The first one was the Bubbly collection, which a lot of people were really excited about because it is unique. It is a hollow magnetic pull in these polishes. So you've got the beautiful base color and then this just stripe of rainbow once you apply the magnetic effect. And it's gorgeous, but I don't need more magnetics.
It's an amazing formula. They look gorgeous. They're, I believe, a jelly formula.
I think so.
I adore jellies. Their last collection, Cosmic Discotheque, could not get my hands on that fast enough. But same as Danie, I gotta really love a magnetic to want to go for it because we do so much nail art. Magnetics, not the best thing to put nail art over. It is basically very, very easy to do nail art in itself. And I know when I was wearing some of the last magnetics that were released, I was wearing Dream Within a Dream, just picking up food at a restaurant. And the waitresses were so excited about seeing what was on my nails that they literally like grabbed my arm to show their friends.
That is the best feeling in the world. I love it when people grab my hand.
I know, right? And they're just like, yeah, don't do that. But also Danie and I really like it.
Yes. In any other context, that's assault. Please don't grab people, but grab me.
Yeah. But
Just
if you're
my
excited
left
about our
hand.
nail polish, yeah, just the left hand. Yes. The peasants can have the left hand.
Behold.
Yes. So they were just dragging it around and I showed them the videos. I had a video of how I did it and they were just like, they were enamored and I was enamored and everyone was enamored. It was great. But for some reason, a combination of these exact shades, they were a bit muted for me. I wasn't super excited about these shades. And then I just wasn't that excited about a hollow magnetic, not because it's not an amazing idea. People are over the moon about this collection. It wasn't for me right now, but maybe if it stays out, I do think Helter Seltzer, if I do buy one, that's going to be the one I get.
That's the dark colored one, right?
Yeah, it's almost like a charcoal.
Yeah, that one is also the one I'm most attracted to. And the green, just because a green polish is kind of a unique thing in itself. But yeah, I feel the exact same way. I think they're beautiful. I like looking at them, but I can't justify making room on my shelves for them or in my budget for the entire set. So like you said, maybe someday I'll come back around and buy one or two polishes. But for this summer, there was so much else going on that I kind of skipped over this one. Same with the next collection, which is the Fantastical collection. Now this one broke my heart because I love it.
Such heartbreak.
I love it. But you know what the last thing I need more of? Thermals.
Oh, so sad, but so true. I saw this and I went, oh, gorgeous, wonderful, amazing, fantastical. I cannot justify this. There is no way for me to justify this.
Because I already own a thermal in pretty much all of these color combos, or at least close enough. And if you don't know, thermals are on a time limit. They last anywhere from 6 months to up to 3 years, if you're lucky. And then it will fade and settle into either one of the two colors or somewhere in the middle. So you better like all variations of a thermal if you're going to buy a thermal.
You're absolutely right. If you don't love every piece of it, or if you don't have a giant nail polish collection and you're really interested in thermals, please go have a ball, buy yourself. I mean, well, of course, buy yourself whatever you want. I'm not your mom. But
thank God.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Buy yourself as many thermals as you want. But when you're like Danie and I, and you got a budget and you're filling that budget just full of nail polish, they are just not a long-term investment. I do think that this collection is incredible.
It covers everything.
And can you imagine a water marble in this? I know people have done it.
My heart.
So many different things you can do. Gradients, just amazing things you can do. Things I'm not going to do because I just can't justify it. I might eventually buy Fantasia.
Oh, the topper, yes.
When it's over black, it looks almost identical to Party Popper. And it also looks good over light colors. This to me really reads Hollow Taco, Everything Taco, but without the hollow.
Yeah, it's a mix of different iridescent flakies. That's exactly right. If you just took all three unicorns, or I guess there's 6 unicorn skins now at this point. But yeah, you're right. It's Everything Taco without the hollow, which for my too much gene, I'm like, what about the hollow? I'd rather just have the hollow.
See, I don't have the too much gene so much. And a lot of times when I'm using Everything Taco, I go, I would like this without the hollow.
Oh, okay. That's blasphemy in my world, but that's okay.
I am a blasphemer. I'm so sorry. So this probably will end up on my list. I buy from Cirque pretty regularly, and Cirque has a quite low free shipping minimum. So this will probably end up in my bag at some point or another. But unfortunately, Cirque, I respect you. I love you.
Yes.
I think that this is a great collection. Heartbreak. I can't have it. I can't justify it.
Before I knew about the thermals, when I was first growing my collection, that's exactly what I did. I bought up as many thermals caramels as possible because I was like, these are amazing and mind-blowing. And I haven't used them as much as I would like to they have a expiration date, unfortunately. So yeah, can't justify getting any more. Let's switch over to Orly and take a look at what they released this summer.
Oh, Orly. I would like to preface this entire section with saying Orly and Cirque are collectively my favorite, absolute, hands down favorite nail polish brands. And I love their neons. Both have amazing neons.
Oh, Orly released that Electric Escape collection last summer. And that's probably why I didn't get Vice, because I was satisfied with the neons. Like, they're just amazing polishes in huge bottles.
Yeah, my two favorite cream polishes of all time are Synthetic Symphony, which was from Electric Escape, and then the other one is Muy Caliente. It's a neon warm tone red leaning almost to orange, and those are my two favorite creams of all time. So I love Orly. We are both proud ColorPass members.
Yes.
However, Orly, this is because I love you. We got beef.
So from Orly this summer, for the spring/summer collection, the first one out was Island Hopping, which is their breathable line, which I do have a few polishes from, but I've never used them as intended. This is supposed to be a all-in-one manicure, no base coat, no top coat needed to let your nails breathe, which is just not something that I need or find important to me. But if you are someone who likes to have breathable nails and one step, if you're not a patient person and you just want to get some color on there, the breathable line is a nice compromise for that. And they're really pretty colors. There are a lot of pearlescent ones, like this Citrus Got Real is this gorgeous pearlescent peachy orange color, and Just Squidding, these names too.
They're so funny. Oh,
names
my goodness.
Are great. Is a beautiful pearlescent purple, which to me reads a little bit more spring Eastery, but then they have like this really nice green called Frond of You that kind of brings in the summer vibes. So yeah, it's a really nice little collection. I didn't buy it.
I enjoy the breathable line. Like Danie, I don't use it as intended. I do put a base coat. I do put a top coat because just like Danie, it's not really a thing I'm interested in. And I have tried these without the top coat. I tried the black. I bought their black and I tried it without a top coat and it was fine. It didn't dry as fast. So I would argue that if you're impatient, then maybe you should have a quick dry top coat. Orly's in a Snap is one of my favorites, but it did dry. It didn't leave sheet imprints or anything like that. If you have limited space and you're going on vacation, that's another reason that you might want to choose that breathable line and not use the top coat. And I do really like the breathable line. I bought their Bejeweled collection a while back, everything but the cream in that collection. I did not pick up this collection though. It really leaned pastel. This one wasn't for me, but I know a lot of people it was for. They loved this collection.
It is beautiful. I just got my own set of pastels that I'm perfectly happy with, and yeah, didn't need to expand. Another thing I did not need more of that Orly released this summer was jellies. I don't know who a yellow jelly is for, but it ain't me.
I think we discussed last episode that they are for mediocre Mannies, so she can relive her butter memories.
Yes, that's right. I like the idea of the hollow jellies, because with a jelly polish, and you add any sort of topper in there, it creates like a nice depth as you build up the layers. But I don't know. I wasn't that into these. Even looking at their swatches, I can't tell if they only put one coat on or if there's a point where they don't get any more opaque and you will always see visible nail line. And so I just didn't feel the need for them.
So I was really, really into their other jellies they released this summer. The jelly trio that was just regular jellies. It had a blue and a yellow and a pink. I really liked those for one reason, because I did not have a deep blue jelly. That was just a straight up jelly to be used with jelly sandwiching and any nail art that you might want to use with jellies. And that one is kind of the same color as their really amazing neon blue. Again, Orly and the neon's chef's kiss. It's Brittany Beach.
Yes.
I was all over those. I do like a yellow jelly. I don't love this green jelly in the hollow jellies. These ones, like Danie said, they didn't build them up that deeply. I just wasn't that excited about them. I do think that if you do not have any hollow jellies, that these are probably a good deal for you.
I would try at least the blue and the purple. The green is, I don't know. That's a strong green for this formula, and I don't know if it translates very well.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of any of them. I prefer the Cirque Facet collection, which is also a hollow jelly, and they're hollow jelly shards. So this one wasn't for me. I did love their ad campaign. Their ad campaign almost sucked me in because they were advertising it with these like hollow slimes, like how little kids make.
It reminds me of little kids' polish, actually. Like, this feels like that sheer, non-toxic, it's okay if you eat a little bit of it, like kids' polish, just with the color choices and the sheerness of them. It does feel kind of like kid polishes.
How dare you?
Which is not a bad thing.
How dare you, Danie, make me suddenly want these?
And this little nostalgia there.
I am a little Miss Nostalgia.
Going into a Claire's.
I've been meaning to go into a Claire's. I haven't been to a Claire's since pre-pandemic.
And good stuff.
Yeah, you know what? One of the people in my Discord just showed off this one coat red polish she got from Claire's.
Oh my gosh.
And she was just like, okay, Claire's. Like, what is this? So, well, now I need this. Thanks a lot. Yeah, this really does look like little kids polish. So if you're looking for that little kids jelly sandal vibe.
Yes. Oh, I loved my jelly sandals.
I do love the jelly sandals.
Oh, now I'm kind of wanting them.
See how the mighty fall so fast.
What was that store? I can't remember. Limited.2 that sold the Neopet plushies. That's the only thing I ever went in there for, but this color scheme was that store. Oh, that's some good stuff.
That is some good stuff.
Early 2000s, pure joy.
All right, Orly, you talked us into it.
All right, Orly, you got us.
You got us. But as Danie said before, Orly's come in these giant 18 milliliter bottles.
Yes.
So they are almost always a good investment because they could be an 8-coater and you're still going to be getting decent.
You're going to get plenty out of that bottle.
Yeah. Don't make an 8-coater, please, for the love of all that is holy.
5 max.
I draw the line at 5.
So, as you said before, we're both proud Orly Color Pass members. We look forward to getting our box every quarter of the year, and they have never, ever let me down until this summer. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry, Orly. And yeah, I still made a manicure out of it. I still did my best, but I've got to admit the Orly Summer Pop collection is, it's weird. It's just weird.
It was not the business. No. And so these colors from the Orly Pop collection, individually, nothing wrong with any of them.
No, not at all. In fact, delightful colors.
Absolutely delightful. But I didn't really see pop art in it, and feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to come at me, bro. But I didn't really see pop art in it. I kind of warmed up to Don't Pop My Balloon in this collection because they were showing off that one artist's balloon art in the pop art era. So I understand that. What I don't understand in any way with this color story and with this color story, with the story of pop, what is just an illusion?
It's the only one sold out, which also confuses me because people did realize that this beautiful champagne colored glitter is great in a different context. New Year's, delightful. Christmas, like any other not summer pop collection, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm going to say this in the most loving way possible, but this is very much like a grandma gold hollow topper, and I love that for it. It is gorgeous. I am so into it. I'm so into the story I've made in my mind, but I don't understand why you would use it with these colors.
I would never put it over any of these colors, and I think I did for my manicure, but I didn't like it.
I did put it over Connect the Dots, and just so you know that I also don't know what I want, it did look gorgeous over Connect the Dots, but it took so much of me to even want to try that.
Yeah.
Because it just looked like, why would I use this on these colors? I don't understand. It didn't make sense, and I have been calling it lovingly.
Yes.
the Sad Clown collection.
That's what it is.
For two reasons. One reason, my beloved auntie used to collect these plates that had sad clowns on them. And this color story is sad clown decorative plate all over. That's all I can see looking at it is these sad clowns. And also, when I opened it, at first I was excited because I saw Orly pop and I went, yes, thank you. So excited. And then whamp whamp very quickly became a sad clown. This box though, like that's all I can say. It was a disappointment because everything about it that came with this triangle topper.
Oh, yes. So if you don't know, Orly Color Pass comes with a bonus gift. This was the weirdest I think this is the weirdest polish I own. It is this like almost opaque jelly base. I know it doesn't show up on the nail, but like in the bottle, it looks like milk, watered down milk filled with Doritos. Like it's the strangest topper I've ever seen. These little triangle yellow glitters.
Yeah, it's called Don't Be Square. And I don't think I have ever seen someone use this. I wonder, I'm going to pull up my Instagram to look back. I did do a sad clown, Manny. We had another funeral. It was the end of summer. I had gotten my new Orly Color Pass, so we did a funeral for the sad clown collection on my stream.
I did use it in my Manny because I used all of the polishes for my pop Manny. Orly reached out and they liked it. I did not like it.
Yeah, Orly featured you on their email, correct?
No, their Instagram.
Their Instagram, yeah. Your manicure with this, I do think was incredible. My beef with these triangles, these little pieces of cheese, some people call this the cheese topper. These little pieces of cheese is even in Dani's expert hands. I have not seen a single person, including myself, including Danie, who has been able to make them not like warp the polish around them in the final application, in the final picture. Now, maybe had I added like 2 more layers of glitter topper and 2 more layers of thick, quick dry top coat, maybe, but
like, I'm sorry, I don't want to waste that much top coat on cheese.
You know, and I do enjoy having it because to me, nail polish collecting is also just about the story and the look of it in the bottle. I'm glad I have it. But again, another disappointment. And then they also included this dotting tool, which is the tiniest, most fine dotting tool I have ever seen.
It's great for water marbling.
Absolutely. Absolutely no complaints. No complaints. That's the thing. But that was a disappointment, is that altogether it was this amazing set for doing nail art and with stuff that I always feel like I get my money's worth from these boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, I always feel like I get my money's worth. But then for me to go, I was so excited. I didn't actually like it that much.
Spoiler alert for when we do our fall review, we both absolutely loved the next color pass that came out, the Surrealist collection. We will gush about that when its time comes, so don't worry. Orly definitely bounced back. It just had a weird summer. We all have a weird summer every now and then.
We all have a weird summer, and Orly Color Pass forever.
Yes. I will say, looking at the collection on their website, they do have some really cool nail wraps that went with this. We don't get the nail wraps in the Color Pass, but I see now, looking at the one with the blue and the red and the black polka dots in the background, I see now a little bit more like what they were going for. Notice that the pink is not in those nail wraps though, and that makes a lot more sense to me. They kept the pink, yellow, and purple, and honestly, it's not even the same purple, but I kind of do want the banana nail wraps. Those are kind of cool, but I kind of see at least a little bit more what they were going for. But yeah, when we first opened the box and saw them all lined up together and then the cheese polish to like top it all off, I was just confused. I was like, Orly, what happened? Did you get sick? Are you feeling okay, sweetie?
Orly's just phoning it in today. Orly just needed to get something out. Again, not to throw shade at these polishes in themselves.
No, individually, they're great.
Except for the cheese topper, but that's not even available to the general public.
Don't worry about the cheese topper.
Don't even worry about it. Don't forget we even said anything. But the rest of these polishes, they are gorgeous on their own, in their own way. And yeah, like Danie said, these nail wraps that we just realized existed.
Yeah.
Do show off what they're going for, but it's still not what really I'm going for.
Yeah. I want to challenge myself to give them another chance at some point and see if I can get that pop art vibe that they were going for. You know, if I have a good banana plate, I think maybe we can make it something happen. But yeah, I'm glad that we had our little sad clown funeral and we've moved on, because Holo Taco released some banger collections this summer, including their first collab. What were your feelings when they first announced that they were doing a collab?
In general, or the fact that it was with Julian Solomita?
In general, because before I knew it was Julian, I was feeling nervous. I didn't know who they were going to collab with, and it kind of scared me. I was like, oh no, because, you know, Holo Taco has this very specific branding, and I was like, I got a little nervous for some reason. I was like, this is new, change is scary. So yeah, before they announced that it was Julian, what were your feelings on it?
You know, I'm not as passionate about Holo Taco as definitely you are.
Guilty.
And also I think, yeah, like Danie is a Holo Taco lover.
Very sensitive about it.
And very sensitive about it. She has everything they've ever released. I cannot say that. I didn't really think anything about it. I was curious for sure who they were going to collab with. I was a bit confused because I guess this kind of marked the beginning of Holo Taco as its own brand and not an influencer, in air quotes.
Yes.
Nail brand. Now they are bringing on other influencers and other famous people to make collabs. So to me, that was kind of like oh, we're a real brand now.
Yeah.
Like, not that it wasn't.
Yeah, but no, I felt the exact same way. It was like, Holo Taco is now feeling very much like its own entity separate from Christine. And that's what made me nervous, because Christine is a control freak in the best way possible. And the quality and colors and like just everything is so well thought out. Now, that doesn't mean there hasn't been polishes I haven't liked from Holo Taco. Mostly like the remix collections and things like that. I didn't, but that was for fun. And, you know, I still bought the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it was announced that it was the Julian collab, my heart fluttered, because I was like, oh, someone I know, someone I trust to, not necessarily that I obviously don't know him personally, but like through being a huge Jenna Marbles fan, it felt so good when I found out that it was Julian. And I think he did a fantastic job. Like, he was definitely the creative director. Obviously, Christine helped him along the way. But, you know, he picked out his colors, and I think a lot of people were surprised that it was mostly creams, but they are amazing creams that we have not seen from Holo Taco. So especially Monstera and Magical Mustache, this beautiful like dark green and chocolate brown, I have used in so much nail art. Like, I can't get enough. I'm so sad it's limited edition, which makes sense for licensing his name and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to like be careful how much I use, because I really want to make those polishes last. They are amazing colors.
I do have to be honest. When they announced who it was and showed the colors, I was already asleep. Now, like, what I do love about Holo Taco, and what I will say is that Holo Taco's quality is just incredibly consistent. And every cream I've ever gotten, every polish I've ever gotten from Holo Taco, except for the very first Not Milky White, but
yes,
they fixed it.
They fixed
except for that. And you know what? I respect her. She went in, she fixed it. Like, I have no problem, no complaints. So I do kind of wish I'd gotten these creams, because what I love about Holo Taco is the rainbowness of their collection, how much it is supposed to be for nail art, how they embrace that, how when you get these different colors, they flow together so well. You can really use all the same colors and the same kind of color story to make a beautiful piece of nail art. I love that about Holo Taco, but this one, you know, I love Jenna Marbles. I'm not a huge fan of Julian, not a personal thing. I think that they're a lovely couple, and I think he's very funny when he's with her, but I haven't kept up with Julian. However, because of everything with Jenna Marbles and the fact that he's had to go solo, of course I was excited to see him succeed.
Yes.
Of course I was excited to see that people were super hype about this collection, because they were. So like, my heart was full of love as I took a nap.
And that's totally fine. It's totally valid. So yeah, people were a little disappointed to see more creams, but personally, I love Holo Taco creams. They gradient so well. And I think this artist on Instagram called gem.nailart showed that off beautifully. She uses a lot of Holo Taco gradients in her work. They just completed a lot of different colors. Like the Monstera completed the dark, light, and medium green. So you could make like a full green gradient, which I did for most of my summer vacation. I was rocking Monstera. It does stain like crazy, but it was worth it.
Okay, is there another Holo Taco release?
Of course, there is the third anniversary gala collection. Yes. Okay, the gala collection is their third anniversary collection. Last year, they did the remix where it was literally like mixes of their different formulas, and I bought it for the box. I didn't really buy it to use them. I wasn't that impressed. I feel like the anniversary collections have been kind of more for fun rather than for like serious polishes, but this one was for serious polishes. In fact, this is the first time I have bought a second of a polish that was limited edition because I had a feeling I was going to use it up, and that would be the featured guest, the quote white linear holo. It's not actually white because that's impossible, but it's pretty darn close. It's a beautiful, very, very light gray linear holo, and I love it. In fact, I think I'm going to use it tonight during some nail art on my stream. But yeah, I had a bunch of really nice different formulas of black glitters and a reflective taco, which you and I have already expressed that, like, you know, don't come at me with that silver reflective, but a lot of people were excited about it, and it's nice to have on hand if you want to throw it on top of something.
Yeah, I didn't go for this one. It was very, very close. I almost did. I thought about it a lot. I really enjoyed Smoke Show, that one with the gray jelly with different shapes of hollow glitters in it. That was gorgeous, and I thought about it. I thought about the white, but the fact that it wasn't a pure white, which Danie says, and she's right, that is impossible. I do feel like I've seen a whiter hollow from some other brands. Maybe I should have. I might regret it someday that I didn't get the Holo Taco one, but I have a sinking suspicion that someday, that will be re-released, that there will be second chances to get a lot of these colors since they do fill the niche within the collection. You know, I missed everything taco, and then it came back, and isn't it permanent now?
I believe so. And with this collection, they also launched their Holo Taco royalty rewards program or whatever. So if you're in some of the higher tiers, you can vote on bringing certain polishes back. And featured guest, I think, is popular enough that it will be brought back. There was one other polish released with this collection that is not limited edition. It is a permanent installment, and that is Poop Party of One Purple. It's also kind of lovingly known as Lavender Gate because it has been revealed like a long time ago, but it never fit in with any of the collections. So I love that this beautiful black, white, and hollow collection was released with poop on the side. Just kind of completed the whole vibe, and I loved it. And it's a good purple. It's a really nice purple.
Yeah, I love that purple. I'll probably pick it up sometime when I need some shipping or something like that.
Yeah, it's not limited edition, so anytime you can get some poop.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite. I love purples. This is one of my favorite tones of purple. This kind of lavender, but more rich. Yeah. You don't usually see this richness from other lavenders. They're a little bit stark, I guess is kind of the word I'm thinking of. But my Final Fantasy character for Final Fantasy 14 wears this color, so I might have to get it for some
definitely
Final Fantasy Warrior of Light nail art. Anyway, I think this is enough for today. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to check out Danie and I on Twitch. I am Fanatic here. She is Danie Shout. All our links and our schedule is in the description. Join us next time when Danie will be guessing the color of nail polish based on taste alone.
Stay lacquered.